Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, January 5th, 2023. I'm back home and ready to roll. It's been a while. Good to see everybody. Please do say hello in the chat so I know who's here. And good morning, Miles. Good morning, Pamela. And good morning. Good morning, Kong. And Linda says, and let's take a look. Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. Take a quick look at the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not to be considered financial advice. This type of trading carries significant risks and should only be attempted with risk capital, i.e. capital you can afford to be without. All right. Jump in this morning. YM has two potential trades. Actually, it's in a pre-market short from 33,199, and it just printed a potential long at 33,218. So we're still a minute or so away. But both trades are valid at the moment once we hit our start time. All right, the long triggered in, that will cancel the short. Another 30 seconds before our start time. 15. And it looks like it's going to go. Yeah, it might go away without us being able to get a hold of it. And start time now. And it touched, let's see, no, it hasn't touched money management yet. And there it goes through money management. So unfortunately, that's a no trade, and we'll wait for the next one. And stopping out on the trailer. So not a lot there. And no, I was going to say, it looks like a down bar will give us a short setup. And there it is. That's went too far to catch, went too fast through there to catch. And did hit money management, so no trade. Oh, I bet, and I know one I forgot to look at. Soybeans, I bet, is on the March contract, and it is. Didn't get that updated this morning. All right, pop through. That probably is a valid, that's a valid long, and it looks like we probably would have been in that. Then going short at 78 even on a stop and reverse. So currently in the short, and that's going to push our money management down to 76.50. Small trade on the short. So target 2 will be our target. Another long, possible long trade. It was a short trade. Let's see. Yep, the short trade we got into. I was talking about something else and missed that. That should be a POQ trade right there. Getting target 1, stopping out on the trailer. Let's see what the Russell gives us. It gives us a short. Long bar there, yeah, and there's a pullback. Well, I suspect if we got in on bar 2. But that gets target 3 and a small trailer. So that is win number 1. So plenty of time to get into the short on the YM. Getting target 1 for 38 ticks and a few ticks on the trailer for one and done this morning. That is POQ. All right, take a look at crude. And we did get to money management and target 2 on soybeans. So that will be we still got to play some catch up from the long. We went 80.25 to 78. So that's 9 ticks times 4 positions. 36 ticks we've got to make up. So we pick up 8 times 2 on target 2. That's 16. Target 3 will be 12 if we can get there. Our stop now is at 77.75 with the stop and reverse adjustment. Two positions still in place. Okay, back up here to crude this morning. This short, right at our start time, just moved way too fast to try to catch. It went from 50 above at 59 to below at 01 and never came back to our entry. So that's a no trade. Then we picked up this green long trade, reversed and went immediately to a stop and reversal at the full stop. That triggered in and went straight to its stop as well, and a reversal there. All right, and then a long 1 tick later Most would be done with the 2 losses. If you took the long, that turns out to be a stop and reverse loss anyway. So a tough morning on crude. We are in the February contract on crude and unleaded. Unleaded doing a little bit better. That early trade was too early and too far before we could get in. So our first trade is 11 seconds after the top of the hour. Is the setup. We get plenty of time to get in that. Plenty of chances to get in that, I should say. Target 1 and target 2. So 1 and done however you played it. And we pick up a trailer up to 28.31 from the entry at 28.79. So 48 ticks on the trailer, 49 for target 1 traders, 76 for target 2 traders, and a 1 and done session. So that gets it done. And another short trade on the Russell. Yeah, we should have plenty of time to get into that. And that's a winner. This is winner number 2. We'll also bring up the MNQ. We wait 4 minutes on that. That puts us in the current short trade, and we're not participating there. Soybeans still let's see. Yeah, it got target 3, it looks like. 14.75 for 12 ticks. And just stopped out at 77.75 for 1 additional tick. So let's see, we said 16, 28, 29, and we were down 36. So we are taking this long. 78.50. Down just 7 ticks on the session. The Russell is trailing nicely on this second trade. Catapult custom Renko bar. That is a 1.5 point or 15 tick brick size on the Renko bar with a 5 tick or half point offset. And taking some heat now on the long from soybeans. Our stop is at 74.50, a couple of ticks below the session low. Big trade on the Russell now. Stop all the way down to 54.7. Okay, and Russell taking some heat. MNQ still in the early trade. If you started on the session open with that MNQ, which I know some people do, yeah, 17 seconds on the entry, so definitely in that trade. Very successful on both the Russell and the MNQ. I haven't looked at the pound Aussie yet. We have had a long too early. We had a long at 8:30 that 8:30:53 that never triggered in and canceled. And then we pick up a long at 8:39:03, 75.58. That triggered, was exactly 12 ticks to target one. When I entered that trade, we were running about a 4-pip spread, so I went ahead and pushed my target one up to target two because it would have only been an 8-pip target, 8-pip reward on target one after spread. But we hit all 4 targets, trailed up to 75.82, so 58 to 82, 24 ticks on the or 24 pips on the trail, 12, 19, 27, and 34 on the targets. So a nice morning on the pound Aussie. One and done session there. Okay, 0857. Yes, I am, but it was too fast to get in. At night, it went blasted through the entry at 9 o'clock. No time to have gotten your order in after our start time at 9 o'clock. Now, an 8:50 start would have worked fine because see the setup it wasn't to get in sync. It was absolutely a valid blue trade. It was just too fast. This prior bar closed up, or no, it did close down, but it closed at 73.44 at 8:59:59. So 1 second prior to our start. Then the next bar closes at 1 second after 9 o'clock and just goes straight down to targets. No chance to get into it, get an order in and get in. Is why I call that a no trade. Just too fast to have executed that trade. JP. And by the way, good morning to you. So that's why that would have been the ideal. That would have been a one and done, but it was just too fast for us to get to catch, and unfortunately led to a back and forth sawmill that just cut us up. But no, that's not even a GIS because it never triggered until our start time, until right at our start. So it was a valid trade. We just couldn't get into it. It went through too fast to get into at 9 o'clock. Yeah, if you anticipated 5 seconds or so, it was an ideal trade. I certainly wouldn't not take that one, and especially looking at the prior to that. Looking at the trend, you've got a definite strong downtrend It looks like a pullback. It's a perfect pullback into the 20 SMA. And that one you certainly could have anticipated a bit, but strictly by the trade plan, 9 a.m. start, it was just too fast to catch. So by the trade plan, that would have been, and of course you got one and done on that one, and that's part of the art. That I certainly would have wanted to catch that one, and I was actually trading microcrude, but that would have been one I would certainly have thought very seriously about taking a few seconds early on that one. A good call there, JP. That was definitely the one to catch. All right. MNQ trade did finally stop out. Trailer was at 842.75, and we have a hit. We pick up another short that hit both the entry and the stop on the same bar. I'll have to break that one down here in a few minutes. Russell stopping out at 53.17, 53.7 from the entry at 63.2, so 9.5 points, 95 ticks on the trailer. Two wins. No entry on the long on the micro NQ. Let's see, and we took a stop and reverse on soybeans, 14.74.75, just one tick above our stop. I think I would have gone ahead and adjusted to the stop at 74.50, but we are short at 74.75 or 74.50. And our 78.50 to 74.50 is, whoa, that one's going to hurt. That one's 16 ticks times 4, 64 ticks. So we're now down 71 on soybeans. All right, even if we did, MNQ was a loser, even if that was a valid trade. And long trade on the MNQ, 45.75, and definitely just triggered in again, so hit the entry again, so it's plenty of time to get in. Trying to keep an eye on soybeans, see if it continues its downward move. Okay, 10 a.m. crude session coming up. Crude's currently in a long trade that is definitely gone too far to get in sync with, so we'll look for a new trade in something over 6 minutes. The MNQ is on a 12-point or 48-tick brick with a 3-point or 12-tick offset. That's a Renko bar on Catapult. Again, the custom Renko bar on Catapult. And MNQ going to target 1, so we come to break even. 845.75. Entry was at 845.50. And our first target objective is target 2 at 874 even. 28.5 points. But we will do no worse than break even on this one. And crude coming back into a short, so that one will be a get in sync possibility in a few minutes. Being rejected off the 200 EMA. Back in between moving averages. This will be an interesting to see which way it breaks. All right, we have a short trade on the Russell. It did touch the stop, but it has not touched the entry, so the trade is still valid. The only thing that will cancel a trade on Catapult is a cross of the cat lines. And it looks like we're about to get a cross. If we get a up close here, we're going to get a long trade and a cancel of the short. Target 2 hit on the MNQ. There's your long on the Russell. And that one's kind of the Russell chart stopped on me here, it looks like. Target 2 achieved and target 3 on the MNQ, trailing now at 867.25. See if I can reload that chart. All right, stopping out targets 2 and 3 on the MNQ, stopping out at 67.25 from 45.50. So 11 3/4 points. And that definitely is a win. All right. Our short went too far, came back to stop, so crude is flat. Coming into our 10 a.m. session right now as I speak. And we pick up a short right at our start time. Plenty of time to get the order in. So that is going to be target. That's POQ already. Hitting target 1 for 13 ticks. And stopping out at 73.03. So quick one and done for the 10 a.m. crude session. And we are out. And for some reason, my Russell chart crashed. So I'll have to try to recover that later. Possible short trade on the MNQ did not trigger, but has touched the stop, but still valid. Once again, looking for a crossover, and we did get target 1, less our 3-tick stop and reverse adjustment. So we got 8 ticks on target 1. Our stop is now sitting at 74.25. All right, MNQ with a long trade. And is it going to come down and give us a chance to get in? Yes, they're definitely in the trade. It just triggered in again. Okay, soybean still active, looking for, actually, did we get target? Yes, we got target 2 at 71. That's good for 14 ticks. So we picked up 22 of our 71, puts us 49 down. Taking heat on the MNQ. And a full stop out on the micro NQ. Short trade. Just touched the entry. And there's your entry. So definitely in that trade. Plenty of time to get in. A couple of quick bars. Now let's see if it can continue down. Looking for target 1, which is money management at 850 even. Target 2 at 838 even. Now we got down to 71.50 again. And that's where we are. I'm sorry, we got down to 1471 even. One more time, that was our target 2 level. Looking for 69.25 for target 3, be 21 ticks. That will be a good strong move toward our getting us even. And the MNQ getting a little choppy now. And that went through the long way too fast to catch. Sorry to say, looking at several reactions, I wonder if we got some news right there. And back to short. And you got a strong up move on crude as well. It's right at the same time. And on the YM. Okay. 73.75 for the soybean stop. Let's see what's in the comments here. Okay, no new comments. All right, not much else. And there's money management on the micro NQ. Break even stop at 896.25. Looking for target 2 at 866.75. So right there. And soybeans stopping out 73.75 from the entry at 74.50. So that's 6 ticks. Now we're still down 43, and there's a long trade potentially. Becomes valid after stopping out of the short, because it was, or yeah, that would have been a stop and reverse against the trend mode indicator. So that trade becomes valid. I want to see a test of that session low again before I take the long there. But it is showing since slowing down, so I might consider taking this one. 73.25. I think I would go to 73.50 or 73.75. Yeah, 73.75. Get above the 20 SMA. At 73.75, it still survives. There's our minimum, 6-tick minimum, and it did trigger in at 73.75. So target 2 will be our first actionable target, giving us 7 ticks on 2 positions. And that will be loss number 3 on the MNQ. That will end the session with the loss on the long trade there. And so the only thing left then with MNQ, or with the micro Russell not working, is our soybeans. And looks like we're losing folks. Yeah, we were in here for 45 minutes. Let's see if we can get that target out of it. And MNQ is definitely getting choppy. All right, we'll give it another 5 minutes or so and see if anything is going to go on. And then we'll call it a day, and I will see everybody next week. Be back on Tuesday, back on a regular schedule next week. Actually, I didn't think about it, but we looked at it. Oh, wait a minute. The inventory report is actually today, I think. I haven't looked at the calendar in a while. Monday would have been a holiday, so we should have the inventory report today. Oh, and we've got unemployment claims today, too. That was this morning. Yeah, crude oil inventory at 11 a.m. Okay, so we were good taking the 10 a.m. session. MNQ is done. That's still not working. I'm still on holiday, and I forgot all about that. All right, I'm not going to stick around till 11 this morning. But we will see what happens with. See if soybeans is not looking good right now. Failed to get up through meaningfully up through the 20 SMA. 50's getting well away from the 200, so reversal certainly not out of the question here. If nothing more than just a mean reversion trade. Okay, just kind of. Yes, first setup. Your first trade would be set up after 11:02. To wait your 11 a.m. Wait your 2 minutes, and then begin trading. You can take a get in sync trade, but I wouldn't depend on a trade that sets up off of the reaction from the report. I like to see at least one more trade set up after the initial reaction. Those initial reaction trades can get to be big. And of course, your strategy of choice, counterpunch, spotlight, does not matter what you. The eight tick momentum bar has been good. 377 tick on counterpunch has been in place for. That's been a chart we've traded for something like. Well, let's see. Counterpunch launched in 2015. So 7 years now? No, 8 years. Almost 8 years. But it definitely has changed since the micro crude came out. The trades seem to be considerably larger lately than they had been on the 377 tick. And my wife and I just got in last night from traveling, and of course we had some bad news last week. We lost our golden retriever that we'd had for just a week shy of 12 years. He would have been 14 in March. Okay, MNQ and YM seem to be beginning to set up a downtrend. And soybeans has pretty much stopped moving. Any other questions this morning before we call it a day? Soybeans will an uptick now. I'd like to see at least a test up close to the 50 and get us target 2. Back down to the 20 SMA. You're welcome, Pamela. You have a good afternoon over in England. Yeah, that looks like it's just going to go back and forth for a little while. All right, folks, I'm going to call it a morning. We will see everybody again on Tuesday. Good luck with your crude oil inventory report session today at 11. And trading tomorrow and Monday. And we'll see everybody on Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.